Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been great. Today's video is my fourth review of Road to Kingdom. I hope you will enjoy it. And without further ado, let's just get into the review. They did a mashup of their songs We Must Love and Moscow Moscow. And as I predicted last week, their special guest was Yua from Oh My Girl. So I was happy, okay? As I said, she's my bias. She's an amazing dancer. She's beautiful. She's so gracious. And every performance she's in, she just adds so much to it. And that probably just benefited on and off for the better. And that makes me happy. So yeah, there was that. The intro was beautiful. Yua was playing the puppet master and the boys were the marionettes. Honestly, this was one of the sharpest marionette dancing I've ever seen. She was indeed a great choice of addition to the performance. Then they moved on to a beautiful set with like a table, a throne. There were some masks. They did a mirror choreo with chairs. They showed Hyojin doing like maestro thing, but instead of instruments, he was controlling the dancers. Moving on to a dance break between Jaehyus and Yua, which was once again very graceful, very poetic. The dress was flowing, it was very beautiful. They then showed Yu dancing a little bit and the backup dancer made like a clock with their arms. It was very pretty. I am very glad that they kept Hyojin's high note. If you know what high note I'm talking about, you know. The last dance break was very impressive as well. So impressive that everybody in the waiting rooms were quiet, mouth open, or just complimenting them. And the performance ended with Yua sitting on a throne and the boys trying to reach her in vain, hence the tears in their makeup. Honestly, the best part of the performance was probably the arrangement of the song. It was so fairy-like with the classical instruments added to the original melody. The outfits just carried you into their universe and you could even feel the beautiful paint with like the glittery tears they had as makeup. They once again proved that they are a very threatening group to every other contestant. Although I think that last week's performance was better, but I think that we can all agree that it will be practically impossible for him to top this performance. It was so amazing, so I'm not mad at them. This one was great as well. Golden Child performed Wannabe, one of their most recent songs. I believe that Wannabe is the song that got them more known, you know? Wannabe. So I absolutely love the chorus and the choreo for the chorus. I just insert dance practice version. This part, amazing. I just love it. So I was very excited for this performance. Honestly, I don't know why, but I would have loved them to do Genie or Let Me, because those are probably my favorite Golden Child songs. They're just so cheerful and I don't know, I think it would have been great to see, you know, a little bit of happiness in the show, but it's okay. I love Wannabe as well, so let's just get into the actual review of this performance. The intro was breathtaking. The instruments hanged in the air, them trying to reach them while dancing. The white violin was beautiful. They brought up a whole ass orchestra. What even in the world? That's what I'm living for. I have to say, Chu-chan owned it. The hairstyle, the makeup, the outfit, 10 out of 10. Then his vocals and most of all, I think his facial expressions were. And then we saw what? He just put out a whole ass violin and started playing casually. Yeah, so my point is Chu-chan owned this performance. The camera work was one of the best to date in the show. It captured everything it had to capture. Last week, for example, the boys' performance with Danger, I had to watch the dance practice version to really catch everything because the camera work of the show itself was not bad, but it didn't capture everything, you know? But there, oh my god, the cameraman did an amazing job at capturing Golden Child's every move. And yeah, the final pose, should I say, it was very beautiful. They were all trying to make like a pyramid to catch the white violin that was still hanging, and they just freeze there, and that was very pretty. Moving on to ONEUS. Okay, so I was very worried about them because you know that they were my second favorite performance last week, but they somehow ended up last place. So I was really sad and I was hoping that this performance would help them climb up in the rankings because they really deserve it and I don't want them to be eliminated. They chose Lit for the performance, which is my least favorite title track by them. Even though it's really entertaining to watch performed, I just never listened to it on my phone. You know, if there's no video attached, no MV or no dance practice or nothing, I wouldn't go out of my way and listen to it. But I love watching the stages because I think that the traditional Korean elements that they incorporated in it are always so pretty to watch. So they started the performance and each had a personal part. Lido started with a flute, a traditional Korean flute, and he came through a bunch of backup dancers that were dressed traditionally as well. Hanwoong had the fan as he does in the music video. Raven had some charms. Sion had a human throne my son deserves. And Soho, I believe he was hurt so he couldn't dance. So they gave him a real ass throne and he had a rap part which was very surprising to me, but he did great. I was speechless. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that. And while he was rap, there were many backup dancers doing the lion dance, and then it all went down when the red moon appeared. The backup dancers started acting like zombies, and I didn't quite get it right away, but they did the zombies because it was inspired by the Netflix drama called Kingdom. If that isn't genius, I don't know what is. The pun, okay, I'm gonna say something. The use of backup dancer was once again, in my opinion, very well made, and even better, they were never the center of attention this time, which was what people reproached them last week, apparently. And also something that I personally really enjoyed was when Kino from Pentagon said that all he wanted to do was join them on stage. That made me smile so much. And then right after, Sangyeon from The Boys said that it looked like the closing ceremony of the Olympics. I might have cried a little because I was so proud that ONEUS finally got recognition this time, and I'm just so proud of him. They chose to do my absolute favorite song by them, which is Photo. As they were practicing, Ravi from VIX came in and tried to, give them advices, coach them, giving them a sunbae experience. And that was really nice because first of all, I love Ravi. Artistic choices. I think he's a complete artist and he deserves so much. So please go listen to his albums. Advertisement for Ravi is over. Let's go back into Very Very. So their concept was Nightmare. And if you know me, you know that I love Dreamcatcher. So the intro, I think it was Kangmin. I'm not sure. He was having a nightmare. He was on a bed and some ghosts were touching him, whispering, and then boom, the beginning was on. The song started and I don't know who it was, but that man, he was on the right side of the bed, an amazing facial expression that it actually scared me. The formation that followed was really nice. It was like they were actually taking a formal photo. That was really cool. They were not moving, they were just sitting there waiting for the picture to be taken with the music going wild in the background. I don't know, it was really cool. At some point they had smoke coming out of their mouth. It was so well done. I also loved the rock arrangement of the song. I think that they pulled off this concept very well and I am personally very proud of them. I think it's probably their best performance today on the show, and the ending was great as well because Kangmin, if it's him once again, he woke up from the nightmare and everybody was gone on the stage. Then there was someone standing behind him, and that was the coolest part of the performance because that was implying that he was not dreaming, he was really being attacked. The act in this performance was great. That's what I remember the most, is their acting. Okay, so usually when I do these review episode things, I have my notebook and a pen to write what seemed important to me. So, I can organize my video. And it's not unusual that I pause a performance like 10 times because I want to write something and I do not want to miss any other part of the performance while I'm writing. Yeah, well, for this performance in particular, I did not write anything because I was simply so into it that I literally forgot I had to write something. Honestly, it was so captivating, but I tried to sum it up. So basically, there was Team Angel, led by Kyungho, who is, by the way, coming from my biased position, okay? And there was Team Evil, led by Chan, who also, by the way, has amazing ideas. He basically made this performance and he made it perfectly. In the middle of them, there was Jaeyu. He was balancing good and bad with this. And basically, yeah, they were all fighting to get him to lean on their side. And I don't know, there was just so many good dance breaks, hands down their best performance yet. My favorite part has to be when everybody was fighting to death and Jaeyu was just walking peacefully through them. Felt like chaos, Facial expressions, dance, raps, vocals, formations, everything was perfect for the performance. And a little plus, I really liked the color choices for the outfits because they were not the classic black and white for evil and good. They chose to wear light blue and purple, which is honestly a small detail, but in my opinion, it added a lot to the final impression of the performance. Also, Chan's lipstick, need I say more? But yeah, I am so glad that their company put them on the show because I don't think that I would have taken the time to get into them properly otherwise, since I already stan almost every K-pop group existing. So I'm really glad that I got to discover this amazing group, and I'm totally going to stan and follow every comeback that they will release from now on, and I love them. Last were my boys, no pun intended. They chose to sing Reveal, which is probably one of my least favorite releases by them. But seeing what ONEUS did with my least favorite song by them, I was not too scared because I know they would do something incredible, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the song. So they chose to make a follow-up to their Danger performance. And I don't know, I think that they mixed concept between the French Revolution and the Hunger Games. So basically, Q puts on his crown and then he loses it in a fight. The winner forces him to bow down to him. So then Q has a little dance break thing. By the way, I am so happy that Q is getting a lot of dance break in the show. Then there was a few members in a painting frame. So that was really cool. Songyeon was a slave, like there was chains and masters and everything. So yeah, that was the build up. It went down to New singing the chorus on a piano arrangement, and there were a few female dancers with capes around him dancing. That was very pretty, and you could literally feel the downfall of the king through the music, and it was very well executed in my opinion. I absolutely loved Rap Break, even though I have no idea where Eric went after his part, like he just disappeared on the floor. So until then, I was not too impressed with the performance, but then Hyunjae and Sunwoo just went on human ships and they literally bumped into each other and the ships went up and they just keep standing there like the kings that they are. That was probably one of the most amazing things that I have ever seen on a performance ever. Then there was this little Hunger Games moment with fire, and the last dance break was way more aggressive than the rest of the song, and you could tell that they were not sad anymore. You felt that they would find a way to go get their crown back. Probably during the whole performance, everybody was in awe or asking them to stop being that good. Some people even looked almost annoyed of feeling that the boys were like unbeatable. But to be honest, I think it might be the first time that they might not get placed first. I think that they have a higher chance to be second this time. I don't know who could take the first spot, but I think that it could happen. I don't know, if it wasn't Pentagon, I think TOO would deserve it. I also really liked On and Off, and very impressed me so much this week. So I think that I would give them first place just because the acting, the concept, the arrangement, everything was very well done. And no, I don't think that their performance was more in your face than the boys', but their evolution deserves a high place. And yeah, my favorite stages for this assignment, On and Off, I really love. TOO, amazing. And very for my favorite performances, even though the boys killed it. Pentagon made me bawl my ass out. Golden Child, oh, it was just so poetic, so artistic, just like their performance last week. It was so poetic, so beautiful. And finally, One Us, once again, they did incredible. It's a whole ass musical. Honestly, I could not rank anyone this week because every performance was just up there. So yeah, I am so not anticipating to see who's gonna have to quit the show next week. But what I am anticipating is the collaboration stages. Yeah, that is very promising. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you next week. And until then, stay safe, vote for your faves, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye!